serious.
Welcome to the AggroCast, AggroGamer.com's official podcast, and we have a bigger crew than normal tonight. This is your host, Michael Camacho, and with me is Brian Bentley, David Becker, Binh Nguyen, and Ben Brody. And I'm looking at some hot, naked Asian women. No.
Holy shit.
No, this is our first E3 podcast. We apologize for not doing day one. We had a really busy night and a little bit of partying. I didn't drink much, but everybody else did.
Sure.
So
What the hell are you talking about? All I hear was I had a tall glass of Blue Moon, and that's all I had.
you want $10?
No,
Oh, by the way, my beers were $10 a pop. I spent like $30 at the bar.
me, David, and Ben. We ate at the ESPN zone, and we had a
Good shit. Burger. Brian had some of the burger. How was it?
It was an excellent burger for sure.
Alright, this may sound a little more ghetto than normal. We have one mic surrounding 5 guys, so it is a true circle jerk.
Yeah.
No, that came out.
I am totally not getting the cookie.
Yeah. But we're going to give it to Ben because he got us sick. So, this is E3 2009. We've been pretty busy. I know today we were all exhausted, except for 2 who went home early like lazy little bastards.
He was sick.
Sure.
All of them.
On the sidewalk.
Yeah, dear Andy got sick. Right, Andy? He said F you. I don't think you could hear it. So, we're going to start off with what we've seen. I guess we'll start off with the Nintendo press conference first. Oh, yeah, Ben went to the Microsoft conference, but he sucks, so, because he got nobody else in. So basically, if you saw the Microsoft, I guess we'll go around what we thought was the best and the biggest surprise of each conference. We'll start off with the Microsoft one. Who wants to kick this one off?
I want to say the biggest surprise. Well, not really biggest, but is that Microsoft took another exclusive away from Sony, which was Metal Gear. So I mean, I sort of saw it coming, but I didn't expect it to be this year. I thought it was going to be next year, but well, nothing you can do about that.
So I disagree. I honestly think they didn't take a exclusive away because Sony announced that they have another Metal Gear Solid coming out right next to it.
Well, yeah. Well, they
so
also,
I mean, it's.
Well, it's also been confirmed that
The iTouch one. The touch
Oh
one.
yeah,
The Metal Gear Solid Touch. Yeah.
Well, I think it was more of a surprise because it wasn't Metal Gear Solid 4 that everybody was expecting. It's a whole new title that features Raiden. And I think everybody was expecting Metal Gear Solid 4 to be ported over. And I think this is just proof that they didn't want to create like a 4 or 5 disc set to put a game out. So what? Anybody else on their biggest surprises or?
Yeah, definitely. My biggest surprise for sure was the fact that when they showed the playable Final Fantasy 13, that it looked like ass.
Yeah, I have to agree. The PS3 version definitely looks better there. I'd say my biggest surprise was Left 4 Dead 2 already being announced, and the first one been out like
barely a year.
It's
It's
not
not
even a year.
even.
It's like 8 months,
It's going to be
9 months.
less than a year. When Left 4 Dead 2 comes out, it will have been less than a year.
Yeah.
From when the original one came out.
Yeah,
But I talked to Steve Dalton, who works on the game, and he said that they will not stop support. They're not going to release Left 4 Dead 2 and just stop supporting Left 4 Dead. They're going to do They're going to continue to do DLC. They're going to continue to support the mod community on the PC side of things. And he said that they're going to coexist at the same time. So that was good to hear that they weren't abandoning the first one already.
Yeah, I have to agree.
What about the motion
Project
controllers?
Natal looked really cool.
Is it Natal or Natal?
It's Natal, and
Okay.
it
was in a
looks
car.
sweet.
I honestly I didn't see it myself personally, but I know you talked about it.
Oh well, the what are you talking about? The motion control?
Yeah, the motion
The
controller.
motion controller. I went to I don't remember the full company name, but I went to PDP today, and they demonstrated the motion controller for Microsoft, which is really cool. That they were demonstrating a game called Screeball, which is going to be like a party type game, almost like Mario Party or whatnot, all the party games out there. But there's a lot more. What they did is they released, I think, a shitload of party games in this one. I think they said it was like 120 plus mini games in this bundle for the motion controller, and there's two sensors on the for your left and right side of the screen, and instead of just it's not like you're just sitting there and just moving your wrist and one. You literally have to move the whole entire wand left and right, up and down, forward, backward, and whatnot, just to get an accurate feel for it. I think it's gonna be really cool. I think they said the price point for the wand and the game is gonna be like $70.
It's not too bad.
No, it's not.
Was that Sony's or was that Microsoft?
That was Microsoft.
Okay, because Microsoft, the Project Natal is actually a whole different thing.
No, the Project Natal is a camera.
Is controllerless, and you don't. It's not a wand, and it's not a nunchuck, and it's not predefined wiggle controls. It's your whole body is the controller. So to move, say, to the right, you're gonna actually walk to the right, and to shoot a gun, you're actually gonna move around like you would with the gun, with your hands. You can't see what I'm doing. And then the cameras that are on there will be able to track you. So it's there's no controller. You are the controller. And the only issue that I saw with it was when they were previewing it, it seemed to me that it had a hard time picking up when there were multiple people in the in the field of view. But it's obviously nowhere near complete yet, so hopefully we'll see that polished up before it actually gets released.
Did you set some sort of target date when that's supposed to come out?
They haven't said anything because they don't know how much testing it's going to need.
So I'm guessing probably like after E3 next year.
I'm guessing they're going to start showing a more solid prototype at the next press conference for next year's E3. It's going to take a while.
Yeah.
I gotta say the big thing for me, and probably the best of the Microsoft thing, wasn't even exclusive to their system. I think that them actually locking down the Modern Warfare 2 gameplay to be shown during their press conference was huge. Because people have been waiting for that, and I thought it looked awesome.
Yeah.
I thought the action looked good. Even the ice climbing at the beginning looked sweet. Little long of the climbing, but I was kind of like, okay, are we at the top yet as you're watching it? But then the snowmobile sequences were amazing. I can't wait to get into the snowmobile. But I don't know if anybody else noticed. It looked like the dude was from Compton the way he was shooting on the snowmobile.
Yeah.
The gun
guns don't work like that in real life. You can't shoot sideways.
I know, but he had no problem, and it looked like they were using an evil controller.
No!
That thing was shooting way too fast.
It was an automatic Glock.
I was like, damn, dude.
It was a Glock 18C, which is fully automatic. So you can just pull it.
We got the NRA nut here, so.
It's true.
Thank you, Charlton Heston.
So. All right, Brian, what did you think was the best of Microsoft's?
Well, I guess I'll go with the Modern Warfare 2 again. I mean, and I know I agree that ice climbing seemed a little long, but it gave me enough time to realize the amount of shadow work and I know David's probably going to mention the whole snow thing because
the snow and smoke thing.
Yeah, I mean it was just amazing to watch. I mean, there were individual snowflakes flying through the air, and they were going different ways.
The other thing I noticed, or whatever, like with the snow thing, essentially it looks like they have the steam and smoke physics pretty much locked in on that. And I know that's one of the things that is usually a hard thing to get in a physics engine, and it looked photorealistic with all the snow going on. And it looked truly random and not some kind of pre-generated thing with just the motion of it. So you can definitely see they have some of their shit down for that.
I already said my piece on it, so.
Well, let's move on to the Nintendo press conference. Does anybody give a shit?
I do.
Oh, that was going to make a joke. Come on, I was waiting for everybody to go, hell no, let's move on. Wii Vitality Sensor, we'll go with that.
Oh, God.
You had to choose that?
The new lie detector?
I actually didn't see any of it because I fell asleep during that portion.
It was James Cameron, right? It put you to sleep?
James Patterson.
Cameron.
That was an
James-
Ubisoft.
That wasn't Ubisoft.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Yeah, it was Ubisoft.
That's fucking the
I'll give it
director
a
of
next
Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed.
We're not going to talk about that, are we?
I hope that kept recording.
For the past 20 minutes, there might have been some sort of silence going on.
No, it was just it
was,
went to the away screen.
It was Quiglin's fault. He accidentally unplugged the the for a second.
And touched himself at the same time.
Oh, why are you always getting ragged on?
Come on, man.
Instead of get everyone sick.
So we'll go around. I guess clockwise here. So Brian, what was your surprise and the best? Because let's get them both done at the same time.
Oh, surprise! I don't really think there were really any surprises. You know what? The project, Metroid Other M looked fantastic. I'm guessing it probably wouldn't come out until holiday of next year, but it's them and who else is working with them? Team Ninja. Yeah, it was Team Ninja. Yeah, it was Team Ninja and Nintendo, and it just looked really good. Just the very short time they showed it, so that was definitely the biggest surprise. Mario Galaxy 2 looked really good. Got hands on Super Mario Wii with Mike here, and it was wild. Is about the best way I can say that.
Yeah, it's like playing Super Mario Brothers and getting pissed off at other people fucking you up.
Yeah. That's pretty much exactly what it is. Besides that, they showed more Wii Motion Plus. Wii Sports Resort actually looks pretty decent. I'm going to try to get on that tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to play the archery. I won't lie. I want to see how well that works when you're actually cocking back the nunchuck to let it go.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because the nunchuck has not always been the most reliable piece of peripheral that they've had for motion sensing. But yeah, there really weren't a whole lot of surprises. Once again, it was a lot of Nintendo like, hey, we're the best. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, why don't we go with you, David?
Honestly, the biggest surprises or whatever was the Metroid thing, as well as the Super Mario Galaxy 2. The one thing I do want to mention on it is during the Red Steel promo they did, where they were showing off the Wii Motion Plus. For some reason, to me, it didn't seem like they were focusing on that, because they shot the gun more than actually swung the sword around.
You talking about Ubisoft again?
Yeah. No, they did that in the Wii Motion Plus thing at the...
Did they?
It was part of the thing that they were showing.
I stopped looking.
Yeah, no, they showed that at Nintendo.
Yeah, they did Nintendo and at Ubisoft, but they really weren't showing off the Wii Motion Plus all that much.
Yeah.
Outside of like the resort and all that stuff.
True.
And that's pretty much all I got. You guys hit up every other point I had.
All right, well, we're going to go with...
I have one more thing for Nintendo. I have one more surprise that I had for Nintendo was definitely the fact that they are pushing sharing content with one another. And so, and not just sharing content like over their little friend code thing. I mean, they're talking about having a separate website that you can upload to. And for Nintendo to do something like that, and they have something to upload to Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, just for them to have these sort of things is surprising. I guess for me, it's surprising. But
so
I applaud them.
It's a turn on too for you, isn't it?
Well, I mean, Style Savvy was pretty awesome. I mean, I definitely was stroking my beard when I was doing that because I was like, "Oh, I'm going to be pretty."
I'd play it.
I'd fucking play it.
Literally, I'd probably play it.
It was there.
I played Princess Debut, so I'd probably play anything.
It was there. It was there.
Still no Littlest Patch.
But I guess
I own We Cheer.
No, you don't. Oh, Jesus!
He does, dude. He does.
Oh my God!
It's true.
I got it off Goozex.
Oh, dear God.
That doesn't make it okay.
That does not make it better.
Alright, we're going to go with Ben next.
I want to say, well, of course, Metroid, like everyone else in Galaxy 2. But the biggest one I thought was when they announced another Golden Sun game that's going to come out. That right there, I was like, that's another reason right there. I think it was for the DS, was it? Yeah, that's
Golden Sun DS.
Yeah, well, that's one good reason to get a DS is for Golden Sun. So right there, and the Vitality damn thing. That's the worst damn thing ever. Really, Nintendo? Come on, you could think of better shit than that.
So, I guess we're skipping Ben because he decided he's got to go fap in the bathroom. And the bathroom door shuts as I say that.
Well, because I talked about Golden Sun, so he's got to do something about it, I guess.
Yeah. I gotta say, my biggest surprise was nothing. I'd actually have to go with Golden Sun. I was kind of shocked. I didn't expect that at all. Metroid, I knew something had to come sooner or later. I do know that they didn't announce it. I'm surprised.
Well,
They're bringing out a whole Wii collection of Metroid Prime 1 through 3. Instead of just having the 2 GameCube versions of the first 2, they're actually going to be able to work just like Metroid 3.
The one thing about Metroid that we saw from what we saw, it's not the first-person shooter that I thought it was going to be. It's actually going to be almost like a side-scroller type, or going to be maybe a mix between the both.
Yeah, it's going to be third person over the shoulder. It looked like.
It looked like there were some first-person elements to that. I mean, at least looked to me.
Yeah. It definitely did. So, can't wait. What was the target date? Like 2010 or something like that?
Probably don't want to go in there for a while.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Ben just pulled a Friday in the bathroom, so don't anybody go in there for about 30, 45 minutes.
Wait till it clears out first. No, the most surprising thing that from the Nintendo conference to me wasn't what they showed, but was what they didn't show. I was kind of disappointed in the fact that, they talked for like 5 minutes about, some more mature, kind of core audience games as opposed to the casual or sort of kiddie stuff. And they glossed it over for 5 minutes, mentioning like Red Steel 2 and The Conduit and some other bullshit. And it seems to me like they're okay with where they're at. They're not going to try and grow their audience anymore, and that they're just okay with where they're at. And I don't know if that's a good move on their part or not.
Well, when you're printing money out of your DS,
that's true.
I think the one thing I have to agree with the surprise is that they didn't talk about some things. They've got Final Fantasy IV coming out for the WiiWare.
Yeah.
And there was no real discussion of that. I think they showed it in a quick trailer when they were quickly breezing through a couple of things that were coming out.
30-second trailer or something like that. And it was like, here it is.
And I know Brian wants to say something about the Crystal Bearers. He's been ragging on this game all day.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, the Crystal Bearers, looks like a PS1 game, pretty much. At least it did. I mean, maybe they'll clean it up, but the cutscenes look like a PS1.
Well, I wouldn't say PS1. I think it looks like an early PS2.
Oh, okay, great. So that really
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast is another good one.
Level graphics.
Fine, but regardless, that still makes it a 2 generations ago.
Don't forget the voice acting was awful.
Well, but you sort of assume that at this point with the Final Fantasy game.
Well, let's move to the final conference, the one that probably surprised me the most, especially after a lackluster showing last year when people were like, what the fuck are you guys doing? So, Sony. It was a shocker.
Are we going to talk about what was leaked or what wasn't leaked?
No, just whatever. No, I think one thing that was funny was Jack Tretton basically coming out making fun of that. Yeah. He wasn't like angry. They made jokes about it,
Throughout the whole conference, they were making jokes about it.
So I say we go once again around in the circle of what we thought was the best and what was the biggest surprise.
But I still think the best was Final Fantasy 13 and how much better it looked than the Xbox 360 one. That's for all you fanboys out there.
Woo!
But I also really liked MAG. I was actually quite surprised at how well that worked, especially after last year when I was like, maybe this isn't a good
I doubt
idea.
that was over PSN. That's my only problem. Honestly, I doubt that was played over PSN.
Well, where the fuck did the other, 248 people come from then?
They're all from Seattle or their other one in San Diego, they said. But if anybody's played SOCON Confrontation, it's done by the guys who worked on the same team that does MAG. And that game was broken and is still broken after their final patch. So
I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe like the second string ended up finishing SOCOM because all the first stringers were pulled out of MAG because it looked really good. I was very surprised at how good it looked. Definitely.
Yeah. All right, David.
Well, I have to say my favorite thing to see up there was just God of War. Just the whole demo they had on top of, just, I am kind of let down that they didn't have the boss fight between Hades and Kratos, but I'll take what I can get. But I'm surprised you didn't go with the other big surprise was Final Fantasy XIV exclusive on the PS3.
I was leaving it for Binh.
Oh,
Asshole.
Damn.
nice.
Come on.
That's it. Go back.
Yeah.
You're
delete.
No, no.
I'll leave the other one that is pretty cool.
As people know, I leave everything raw. Raw and uncut like myself.
What other one was there? Huh?
The other.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll leave that one to you.
Been fucking.
All right, we'll go with Binh next then.
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
No, the way that Final Fantasy 13 looked 10 times better than what it did in the 360. The huge announcement of the exclusive Final Fantasy 14, which, according to one of the tweeters saying that I had what was it?
Nerdgasm.
Nerdgasm. Yeah, pretty much. I had that. But no, Sony's prototype. Yeah, Sony's prototype on their motion wand was really, really something to look at. I mean, they came out and said it was a prototype. This is what we have, and it's going to work with the iToy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the toy too.
Worked with the iToy. They had a live demo of, okay, here's the wand, here's the camera, different angles. If you want to watch the Sony presser, just for that part, go ahead. It's worth the watch. Is your arm getting tired?
No, my legs.
Oh.
He built up muscles in that arm.
Yeah, this arm doesn't get tired.
Yeah, I bet it
I've held a
doesn't.
salute for about half an hour.
Oh dear God.
I was military.
That's true. But no, just the way it worked and everything, the different items that you were switching back and forth. Didn't do the? Yeah, they had an archery demo. Brought it back.
They can't see you.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah, they did it. They had two ones.
They had two wands. Okay, so they had like two wands going at the same time. So they had archery. So you hold the wands like you would like you're pulling back a bow and arrow, and you let go or whatnot, and it was just amazing to watch. And another one I thought was really something was the way that Uncharted 2 looked.
Uncharted 2.
Hey, one each.
Awesome.
Everybody's got to talk here.
I essentially don't have anything to say.
All right, Ben. Nothing.
Well, no.
You can talk about Uncharted.
Uncharted 2 looked really cool. I mean, you thought Uncharted 1 looked badass. I went to the booth the other day, and Naughty Dog said essentially they used about 30 to 40% max of what the PS3 was capable of doing at the time.
Oh dear God.
And they, and most of the time it was only using 10% of what was capable. They said they've got it maxed out. The PS3 is being maxed out to its full capacity. Seeing that one scene where the helicopter shoots into the building and there's people flying around and there's shit moving and there was 0 frame rate drop. There was none. You couldn't tell that a whole bunch of shit was going on. And it really helps to keep the suspension of disbelief, when there's not that kind of stuttering, that existed in like Resistance 1 and Resistance 2, to name a couple games. Left 4 Dead had some of those issues. But I didn't notice any frame rate slowdown at all. Another thing is PSP Go, way overpriced.
It is.
Way about $50 too much.
I think, I agree with you on that one. I actually had hands on today. Played a little bit of Gran Turismo. Played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII because they had it already loaded on there. So, actually, I'm going to be writing an article about that sometime real soon. And hopefully, check it out on AggroGamer.com. So.
Real quick, as of right now, when you hear this, Final Fantasy VII is already out on PSN, so definitely check that out. And I do want to say that so is Wolfenstein on Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah.
As of today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think we all agree that it's too expensive.
Yeah, no, it's definitely too expensive. Although I'm kind of switching in gears just slightly. I really enjoyed the Metal Gear Solid trailer for PSP.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
The end of it was just funny. I died laughing.
In the cardboard box.
Well, here's my
spoilers.
Well, here's my thing. Like, there's the particular suit. I think he was like almost like a skin color suit or whatever. Did it look like he was like pantsless for a little bit there? When it was like bent over?
Yeah, that's probably the point.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike
The
likes
Japanese
hentai games. You like Snake without his pants on. Whatever.
No, the Japanese, especially
savvy.
Kojima, has always put in kind of little jokes here and there. I mean, I remember original Metal Gear. I mean, there's a lot of in jokes, like just things that you're like, what the hell? And you're laughing at it, but you're kind of like, why the hell did that happen? I think the best, in my opinion, was Uncharted 2. I thought it looked awesome. It was like, oh my god, I want this fucking game right now. I don't want to wait. I want to play this game now.
Just the depth perception in that game was just like outstanding. It was just insane.
Yeah, I agree. The detail in the background, just seeing how far off in the distance you could see in the city, looked amazing. I think the biggest surprise to me was Mod Nation Racers.
That thing looked cool.
The fact that they're trying to do what Little Big Planet did, but do it with a little kart racing style game, looks awesome. I mean, you create your character, you create your car, you create your own tracks, and the tracks don't take forever like a Little Big Planet level.
Well, yeah, they built an entire like full done track in like 5 minutes in front of us live, and it didn't look like it was that difficult at all to do.
Yeah, and I mean it was a smaller track, but when they were putting the details around the track, it was like they could speed it up to where it just flew. And I was like, I really am interested. As long as the game plays well, that game's going to be awesome.
There was no loading times either. Like once you were done with the track, you hit start, went down to race, and it just started you in the race. It didn't like cut to like, oh, okay, now we're rolling.
Yeah.
So I think that's it for the conferences. I know a couple of us enjoyed the free beer at the Sony conference.
It was.
You two did.
Ben and I were from the get go like, free beer, let's fucking
We're
go.
down with this shit.
And some people are like 10 in the morning. I'm like, it's 1 o'clock where I'm from. Let's go.
Yeah, and we were doing something stupid like saving seats.
Hey, Mike.
Silly us.
It's always 5 o'clock somewhere.
The
Exactly.
bacon crab sausage was delicious as well.
Yeah.
Why are you always gonna bring up sausage?
Because he wants sausage.
I put like 3 of those things in there. I did not know I could fit that much meat in my mouth.
Hey, Peanut Gallery, sick boy, get your ass over here. Don't talk. Oh, Andy is smoking. He's sick and smoking.
There goes Ben.
Brilliant. Yeah, and Ben's out there smoking out too.
We want to do Ubisoft at all, or no?
What's up?
Do Ubisoft at all, or no?
If you guys want to talk Ubisoft, you can. I don't know what they showed that we hadn't already seen.
They showed playable. They showed a demo of Assassin's Creed 2.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Oh god.
No, but they actually showed.
They showed that during the Sony one.
No, the Sony one. Yeah.
They just showed the trailer.
The trailer
So,
for Assassin's Creed 2 was.
What's the new Tom Clancy game coming out? What was the name of it?
Yeah, Splinter Cell Conviction.
Not that one, the other one.
Ruse?
What the hell was it?
There wasn't. I only know of Conviction.
Yeah.
I thought there was another one.
Well, the Ruse one had the Tom Clancy, like the
Symbol.
helmet symbol thing show up
Yeah.
before it turned into the Ubisoft symbol. That was pretty much the worst piece of crap
It
trailer
wasn't
I've
even
ever
a
seen.
trailer. It was we have an idea of something, and this is what it could be. I mean, it looked like one of those like a game you would play on that Microsoft like flat screen that turns it. That's like a table or whatever, touch and all that stuff.
Maybe they'll try to do something like the Eye of Judgment thing.
That could be. It looked like just a normal like kind of an RTS with ships and tanks and all stuff in like the 1930s or whatever.
Yeah, because End War works so well for Ubisoft.
Yeah.
But I mean, like it was like I don't know, 30 seconds of what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. But Splinter Cell Conviction looked fantastic.
But they showed that during the Microsoft conference.
Well, whatever
They had the guy
showed
playing it during the
during the
Microsoft.
Ubisoft one. I don't remember. Was that on PS3 or no? It was 360
It was
still.
a 360
It was on
version.
360.
But I mean,
Yeah.
like, I don't even like stealth games, and I fucking wanted to play this game. That's how good it was.
It's all about smashing somebody's face in with a toilet.
Okay, that was part of it. That definitely was part of it. But I liked how they, the missions. There was no pulling things back. The cutscenes, everything was done in game, in game. Like that's really what got me right at the beginning. Is they come in and it kind of looks like this CG thing. You're like, okay, well, it can't look like this. And all of a sudden, the camera moved. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, the HUD
I'm like,
pops up,
holy
the
shit,
camera moves.
he moved
Well-
it. This is happening in engine.
Ubisoft does that in a lot. Like Assassin's Creed, you could move around while people were talking. I mean, all the cutscenes, you kind of could just look around and...
Right, but that's not like a Final Fantasy where they show you this movie and it looks freaking awesome, and then they show you they actually have gameplay, and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. And I know none of us went to the EA,
No.
No.
but we're all about the slumber party or whatever it's called, pajama party.
Well, yeah.
We all want to have pillow fights on our DS.
That's right.
For those who have a DS.
I know!
And your friend goes.
No, there was definitely, what was at the end of the EA one when they showed the Old Republic trailer, that if they can make the game feel like that trailer felt to me.
How'd the Dragon Age trailer or gameplay look? I heard it was actually pretty good, and I heard you had sex at the end of that.
Yeah, I
In
didn't
the
see
EA one?
that.
I didn't.
Damn it!
either.
Dragon Age sex. Actually, I'm reading that book right now. It's not too bad.
Dragon Age sex.
No. Dragon Age Origins book.
Oh, I see.
Dragon Age Dirty Dancing?
Yes, Dragon
Yes.
Age Dirty Dancing.
No, it's
No, it's the Flashdance version.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Patrick
Okay.
Swayze.
So Patrick
So-
Swayze made that straight and then to the right, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think real quick we should move on to one thing we all saw yesterday, and that was APB. I know I wrote up an article, so we're not going to talk too in depth because I want people to go read this article. I mean, spent a long time writing it while everybody else was off seeing Beatles fucking rock band, and I'm sitting in the freaking writer's room going, "Oh my god, I can't take this shit anymore." But no, APB looked awesome. The customization. I want to play the game just to customize my character. I don't give a shit about anything else after that. I want to make my character. Like, I love customization in games. There's one thing I liked about Saints Row 2. Even though it had sliders, it was just... You could make your character look how you wanted to make it look. Also, I like the fact that it is kind of like a Saints Row GTA-style open world online. I don't know if anybody else had any other thoughts on the game that looked really good.
If they can take what we saw and actually make that the working product, they're gonna make money hand over fist selling that thing.
Well, the one thing that's gonna sell me is what's the price point? How much? If it's gonna do monthly or whatnot?
Well, they said they weren't going to do monthly, so
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're going to do like quarterly or yearly or something like that. I was thinking about this earlier. What they should do is like $10 a month if you want to pay monthly. You pay $25 a quarter if you want to do quarterly. So you end up saving, I think $20. You end up saving $20 a year if you do it that way, or make a yearly at $75, and they save about almost $50 a year.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great way to do it because you lock in people at different rates, and you're going to make the money. But they won't say. I think they're going to do it off the real world microtransactions. Honestly,
I'm thinking that's what it is, just because the way they said it, it was more like, well, we're not going to do it like WoW.
yeah.
So I would say it's probably going to end up being the microtransactions.
Yeah.
Though how, I am not sure.
And this is one game where I'm actually like a lot of the MMOs I've played, free or not. I usually pick like the Horde or the side that tends to be the more evil type.
Oh yeah, no.
But I actually am interested in playing
Brian
as an
likes that.
enforcer.
Power
You
is.
just want to handcuff somebody and then shoot them.
Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yes, in true crime, streets of LA did that shit all the time.
I don't care. I'm
I'm
making my Asian chica for the game, so I'm gonna have my Asian girl all tattooed up. That's one thing I liked about the customization. Every tattooed decal took the form of your skin or the clothing you put it on and actually made it look like it's supposed to be there, not just painted on top. And I thought that was a big deal. And like you were pointing out, Brian, that you tweak the hair. You're actually pulling on the hair, pushing it to the way you want it, not just picking a style and that's what you're stuck with, and you can make it maybe longer and that's it. But you can actually tweak a lot of the parts. Yeah. And they did say all body parts are fully customizable and changeable, so...
Yeah.
And for some reason, they took like 30 seconds to show how we can make the breasts abnormally huge and smaller. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know why they...
Yeah, they really focused on that.
Yeah.
What gamers want?
So, other than that, I think we all just basically roamed the floor yesterday. Did we have any other meetings? I think you did, Ben. Didn't you see something else besides APV yesterday?
I saw the Rock Band Unplugged, and I got hands-on with Unplugged, and I actually have it right here with me. And it's, if you've played Amplitude, if you've played Frequency, it's just like that. Mike actually had a game that it was just like,
Similar, yeah. It's called DJ Max Fever.
Yeah. It's, I've seen it come into my store. I work at a GameStop. I've seen it come in, but I didn't know that it was kind of like Rock Band Unplugged. But that's what it's like. The only issues I had is sometimes on the expert songs, the frame rate would kind of drop a little, and it fucks your timing up. And this is a game that's all about timing. Rock Band is a game that timing is key, and it dropped a little bit if you were on expert doing like the hard songs. So that was kind of a disappointment, but it looked pretty good otherwise.
Yeah. I don't know what else other people saw yesterday. I can't even remember what I saw yesterday. I've been seeing so much crap. Like,
there's way too much going on.
Yeah, we're all just been pretty exhausted.
Pretty much yesterday, all we did was just scope out the floor plan and see where everything was before today. So
yeah, I know. Well, anything we saw yesterday, or even throughout the whole time, we're gonna do like hands-on, or we're either gonna do like previews of the game, our impressions of what we saw, or our hands-on impressions if we actually got a chance to play it. I know today we all spent about an hour and a half with Activision this morning, which was a pretty nice tour. We didn't get to see Modern Warfare 2 because Infinity Ward had their own thing set up separately, kind of like BioWare was kind of off on EA for Mass Effect 2. That was a whole separate thing. Unfortunately, I don't think any of us got into that.
No.
Because they don't want me in there anyway. There'd be skeet all over that room. I mean, they would have been walking out like, God fucking damn it. Who let this asshole in here?
At least they'd remember us.
Exactly. There'd be like a joke.
And put on the ban list.
In the phone symbol.
Oh God.
I took it to that place. I should have taken it there.
We saw games like Blur, which was a nice little arcade racer, which I think would be great for one of the Pwn.com game nights. I mean, up to 20 people.
20 multiplayer.
Yeah. And it looked like it was going to be really fun. I know Andy got a chance to check out Tony Hawk Ride, and
we got some good video of that.
Yeah.
So.
Surprisingly, from what he said, I know everybody's been skeptical about the game. Said it was pretty fun. It actually looked like it works for the most part. I'm sure it's not going to be perfect, but the sensors look like they picked up his movement when he was trying to push the skateboard along.
Yeah, that was the most bizarre thing to see, because he just starts pushing, like, looked like he's trying to actually make it move. I was like, what the hell is he doing? And then I noticed the little sensor next to it. I was like, oh, well, that's what's making him move.
Well, it reminded me of the Back to the Future hoverboard.
Yeah.
It was like move, like pushing along, but there's like nothing there, but he's still pushing.
Yeah.
But no, it looked like it's. I think it's gonna work. I mean, the price point, I'm not 100% sure about the price point for it, but there's like lights going all over the place. It's sort of make me think I'm back in Activision or something like that. But
You can put DJ music on in the
I know,
background.
I
Really
mean-
make it feel like Activision.
Yeah, we didn't see DJ here either, but I'm like...
They were pimping the shit out of it, though,
Yeah.
with the live DJs.
well, even the live DJ was playing that on the main stage. So
Yeah, I don't know about my thoughts about DJ Hero. I'd like to get my hands on it, but I don't think we're going to be able to. I personally, I don't see how it's going to work from looking at it, but I guess it would. Otherwise, they wouldn't be throwing it out there as hard.
I mean, they're really pimping the shit out of this game. I mean,
Well, all the heroes. Band Hero, Guitar Hero, Van Halen.
What's Band Hero gonna have? Tubas and violins and shit?
No. Basically, what's happened now is
fucking Wii music.
now Activision and EA have gone to a different platform. It's like Rock Band and Guitar Hero will be the teenage adult video game music genre. Like, you'll have, teen lyrics, whatever. But then they were like, okay, now, because this has really become the year of the tween. Like, everyone is about the tweens.
Fucking
this year.
Hannah Montana PSP. What the fuck is that?
I want to play Hannah Montana.
Yeah, he wants to play.
Well, that's because you want to play Wii Cheater, motherfucker.
Notice how he didn't say PSP. He just said Hannah Montana.
Hey, I want to play Cheer We Go by the Natsume publisher.
He just wants to play with Miley Cyrus.
So basically, what it boils down to is
Not for another 3 years.
so basically, EA has Lego Rock Band.
That's for legal reasons.
And Activision has Band Hero, and this is going to be targeted to the kids. They're going to have they had Kung Fu Fighting on Lego Rock Band. I forget what was the other. They had Countdown by Europe. Like, I mean, they had
Final Countdown.
It's more E for everyone based than
Okay.
T for teen or M for mature.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is definitely going to be poppy stuff that kids can play, and then parents don't have to worry about it. So, in a way, I like it, but on the other hand, like I said, it's become the year of the tween, and we've really been forgotten again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm wondering, does anybody know if Capcom's putting out the rap one? Because Raekwon was over at their booth, and I didn't find it out till after he had already left.
I saw something over there, but they had that secured area where I think they were just doing appointments and whatnot. So, but I thought I saw someone advertising for it at one point, but I wasn't 100% sure. So,
For those who don't know, Raekwon's part of the Wu-Tang Clan, and if you don't know that, go fucking buy their album, their first album. It's one of the best hip-hop CDs of all time. But no, that's why I was wondering, because that might be one of the first mature titles to hit, because I can't imagine them putting that out as a teen thing. It'd be like silence on every other word.
It's got to be M for mature.
You would think, but
Then
these
you're
companies are
turning
going
the
to...
audience away.
Well, you'd also want to think that about DJ Hero, though, because, I mean, they had Eminem and Jay-Z trying to pimp that out. What was it, yesterday night?
yesterday.
Monday night,
yeah. They had them as their featured people at the Activision party for DJ Hero.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, just getting back to that whole side of it. So I'm not sure.
We did see some other stuff that we couldn't get hands on with Activision. We saw Singularity.
That looked awesome, I thought. Brian's actually mentally retarded. He escaped from the hospital a couple weeks ago.
It looks like just a normal first-person shooter, but what it has is the cool story behind it, and then the whole using time as a weapon, where you can fast forward time and make a wall disintegrate because it's no longer there in the future.
I personally thought the story was interesting, but I thought everything reminded me of BioShock, but with the time. It's like, hey, we're going to do BioShock with a different story. Even the gameplay looked the same. You can only use one hand while the other one's fucking tied behind your goddamn back. Like, you couldn't use this hand even though you had a pistol in your right hand. Like, I hate that shit. Let me have both out. If I have a pistol, I should be able to use my other powers. And I've never really liked that. I did think the one part that looked cool was when he actually stopped the rocket coming at him and turned it around and sent it right back at the person he was going with. And I thought the building reconstruction of the building looked awesome when it was going.
It did.
But now we all want your opinion though, Brian, because you were kind of like, I don't know.
No, I guess, I mean, I'm sure it's a right fine game, but to me it just seemed like a mediocre shooter with some decent elements. I agree, the story is awesome. Like, I mean, I really like the whole concept behind the whole 1950-2010 thing. I think that's great, but I mean, so many times how many times have we heard a game that has had a really great story, been really great idea in theory, and then never been delivered on? And to me, I think it has some interesting effects, but I could never see myself buying this game.
Yeah. Now, the one game I think we all saw that we all were interested in buying was Wolfenstein. the new Wolfenstein game. I thought it looked awesome. I thought the intro was kind of cheesy, but the gameplay looked like it was really good, in my opinion. I don't know what
It
everybody
reminded
else.
me like of a James Bond sort of. The intro cutscene reminded me of like a James Bond pre-credits scene. You know,
Like
where
the
it's-
GoldenEye where he like dives into the plane and you're like, yeah, right, fucking diving into a plane.
right, where it's unrealistic, you know, but it sets up, it lets you know that this game is all about action, and it's, you know, it looked pretty cool to me.
Yeah, I agree. It brought back the thing I really liked about it is, I mean, even though you say it looks cheesy and all that, they're also pinpointing the supernatural aspect was what they were showing off today. It wasn't like they were just showing this first person shooter. They were actually going, we're going to see how he's going to use this. Essentially, it was like force push and shield to block all these bullets and kill everybody else. And so that seemed like that's why they were showing the quote cheesy things. At least to me.
The Bell power?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because
Oh, you got notes.
I have
Go to
notes.
town. Go to town. I took your Final Fantasy away from you.
We don't want notes, we want your opinion.
Well, I know that. I was just like reading notes. No, just
want no goddamn notes.
no, just some of the things that you saw from there, like the Bell power and whatnot, the different powers you can use, the weapons, the what was it, upgradable weapons?
Yeah, they had upgraded.
Yeah, they
They
upgraded
said
the-
24.
You used
Yeah.
gold to upgrade your weapons.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool. I mean, in my opinion, I mean, just looking through here and whatnot, I do have like when they
Cheater.
when they were talking about the assassins, I actually wrote on here assassins dirty dancing. So
One day we'll fill you guys in on that joke.
one day,
Well, if you
but,
follow
know-
the Twitter feeds like we've told everybody to, you would totally get the whole Dirty Dancing thing.
And I gotta apologize for Twitter feeds, as today I probably updated like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, you didn't.
I
know?
was so busy and had a bad headache, I couldn't even do it. Like,
I mean, you didn't know we write shitty articles.
Oh yeah.
So
let's not go there. I've already said what I had to say, and I'm pretty sure they didn't reply, so I'm pretty sure they got the message.
But going back to actually being on topic, what I think I liked the best about Wolfenstein is it felt old school. Like it felt like sort of like the original Medal of Honor plus like Doom and the original Wolfenstein 3D. I felt like it was sort of like it's a throwback. At least
Oh,
that's how it
exactly.
feels to me.
And then one other thing going on and all that. Also, if you're interested in the new one at all, definitely pick it up on the PSN and Xbox because they actually stated that playing through that game is going to unlock stuff for the actual retail game. So
You get day one gold.
yeah, you get day one
updates.
gold, and they said there's achievements and all that as well.
Yeah, and they said you can buy upgrades day one, so
Yeah.
you can actually get new stuff. And the last thing we saw was Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And I have the first one, I've never played it. But I have to say the addition of Deadpool was almost like, I gotta buy this fucking game, because Deadpool is like my favorite Marvel character ever. And I thought
Totally agree with
they had his comedy down perfect, in my opinion.
Well, the fact that he goes through the game and makes fun of you as you play,
That's awesome.
that is just awesome.
Because he was like, all right, ready for the boss battle?
Yeah. Oh, what was he? He said something else too, like
The
the
cherry
very
blossom.
the cherry
Yeah, the
blossom.
cherry
I thought I'm a...
He goes, what do you think
User,
they do? Grow on trees?
You think I'm less of a man for talking about cherry blossoms?
Yeah, it really went well. I thought the whole Deadpool aspect, and it looked like his gunplay looked like it was well done too.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to.
Was the first one the multiplayer? Was it online capability or no?
I believe.
It was online.
Could you get all 4 though, or was it just 2?
I think it was only 2.
Yeah, I
Because
can't
I
remember.
believe they
I
said-
have it, but I've never actually
Because
pulled it
I think
out.
they said you could play all 4
Yeah, you
online
can play all 4 online.
on Xbox Live. So
Yeah, and you actually can save. Each one saves their progress through the game now, not just the host. As well as you all pick up achievements, not just the host.
yeah,
But I
exactly.
thought the game looked better. I mean, I have never really played through the first one more than just at a friend's place. But that was like a short 5-minute playthrough, and I was kind of like, I'm kind of done.
The difference from the first one and this one is almost night and day because it almost in the first one it was kind of really small characters that you can hardly see. It was like the angle you get really wasn't the best to look at it. But this one, I mean, when they were running around with a Juggernaut, I mean, just right there on the screen, the Hulk just right there.
Well, not just that. I mean, the graphics also. I mean, the first one, it was too much comic book.
Yeah.
Comic book like, and in this one, it was more detailed, more refined. You can actually see like the dance and whatnot in Juggernaut, or like
the lighting effects in
it was great.
Much better.
Yeah.
I did like the part where, there's fusion powers. For those who don't know, every character can team up with any other character in the game for fusion power. And I thought the Songbird Juggernaut power was awesome when he started steamrolling through all the vehicles and people.
All I could think of is like having a hamster ball way back, just putting spikes on it and letting it go.
I do like the storyline on where they're going with this one too. So I mean, if you haven't read the Civil War from Marvel. It's worth a read, and you'll get what's going on with this storyline. So
yeah, I know we saw more, but I say we save it for tomorrow's show. We're already around 50 minutes.
Wow.
So I just want to give a quick shout out to some of the people we've run into so far at the show. We've run into Justin, aka Pseudo from Pwned, Rachel and the Game Girls. Rob from Coin-Op TV, Bo and Leo from Rad Nerd, Rich from Gametopius, Dan Shu. Separate times. He actually wasn't that mad. He said, it's an open room. It was just the fact I know he was writing an article and it got kind of loud. Like, even I fucked up. My phone was like on full blast. And it was like, I remember. I was like, oh shit.
It was the monkey. That was really what the problem was. Yeah.
I don't know if you could hear that. Holy shit, these Woot monkeys. Oh, speaking of which, gotta give props to Woot.com. Brian was wearing a Woot shirt. Yeah. Oh, God.
Dude, yes.
Oh, my God. See, this is the problem. No, Brian actually had a Woot.com shirt on yesterday. And walking up to the booth, because he was wearing it, he got a free shirt. So I brought mine today, and I got my free shirt. And the shirts that we got for free were pretty good, in my opinion. They weren't the like shitty ones.
Yeah, they weren't just something they just printed up real quick for the show. I mean, these are actual Woot.com shirts that they brought, and we're just like, we really appreciate you, sticking it out with us and doing whatever. And we met Scott, the guy who actually, writes up the blog. And so check the Woot.com blog, and you probably will see Mike and myself at some point. Yeah, they were really great. I mean, I'll definitely be shopping there more just because of that.
I want to give a shout out to the stripper game girls.
Oh yeah,
We
have pictures. We're going to post.
We have pictures where we lost to these girls,
and
we had to show our
we had to
underwear,
drop
our pants,
and show our underwear.
And I also want to say what's up to CG. I met her for the first time yesterday. And and I met up with Rose and Thorn, a new member from Pwn.com. So talked to her a little bit. And so
where'd you see her at? Because I told her I'd see her.
Okay, let me tell you how this happened. Basically, we were almost late for our Rock Band Beatles appointment because Binh had to go. We had to walk all the way across the West Hall to go to Activision so we could bump into her.
With the quotes and everything.
No, it was already all planned out because I texted her previously.
Oh, so
we
planned out, bump into.
Right.
Okay, we'll put it like this. Binh has hit on every girl that's been around him within 5 feet.
Hey, shameless, I don't care.
But
I'm single, I don't care.
Yeah, and I still got to meet up with Arumi Kai. If I got to hit her up on Twitter and see where she's at.
We still have to meet up the Guzak guys.
Yeah, we haven't met up with the Guzak guys either. But we've actually met quite a few. Mike Prasad from Girl Gamer as well, the guy who owns Girl Gamer.
Yeah, they had a nice party last night.
Yeah, they had a great party. Unfortunately for Brian, he didn't get a chance to meet Nick Sutner.
No.
And he left.
That happens.
Nice.
Did get to see Phil Kohler and then Guy Kroll today.
No, we met Phil today.
Oh, you met him?
Yeah, he came by and talked to Justin, so we had him.
You had your nerdgasm?
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. No, he was a nice guy.
Yeah,
I almost got a tripod thrown at me. That was good.
Yeah,
With a camera attached to it.
Yeah, with a camera attached to it.
With a camera attached to it.
Oh, also saw Chastity, Damon, and Tracy from Infamous Gamers.
We met Becky?
Yeah.
Yeah, saw Becky, Actress,
Nicole.
and we've seen a lot of people that we know from Pwned and other places. So it's been a good show, and I have to say, having a lot of fun out here in LA. And
Jack in
tomorrow,
the Box time.
yeah, we need to get some fucking Jack in the Box.
It's 2 miles away from here.
Can we walk?
No, we can't fucking.
I thought we were still gonna head up to.
Check it out.
Okay, let's.
You go this way on South
Would you stop? We're still recording, dude. Wait. Holy
Would you finish this shit, Jesus?
No, this happens every time. So now we'll have another show for you guys tomorrow night. We're gonna go either get some food or go party it up with some folks. Hopefully, I know for us it's kind of like just getting a ride. So
Make sure you also check out our Twitter feed at www.AggroGamer.com/E3. So
Yes.
check it out.
definitely, and we're gonna have a lot of previews and the hands-on stuff in the upcoming days, even after we get back. Because honestly, I know some people have been asking us where the articles are at, but it's been seeing stuff. We've got appointments left and right. We're constantly trying to get stuff down, and most of the articles will probably come after we get back. Because honestly, it's just we are swamped.
Yeah, we've had absolutely zero time to do anything. I mean, we've eaten once a day, or essentially doing the bare necessities for our own personal upkeep to go out there and do all this stuff. So
Yeah, tomorrow I'm pretty swamped too. I got an appointment at 10 o'clock, appointment at 11. Then I got one at 2. Oh, no, one at 1, and then one at 3.
Yeah, and I gotta say, considering this is all like our second jobs,
yeah,
I gotta give props to those that do this shit fucking every day. The game journalists that have to constantly go to these events and see all this shit, I gotta give them props. And whether it's the people one-up GameSpot, the guys who have now gone to other places, GameSpy.
Don't keep talking.
No. Those guys are now do that full time too. It's true. They're fucking all out there, and we do this on our off time. And these are like the events we go to because they're the main ones. And I can't believe how much work I went to PAX, and it's nothing like this. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of give you an idea, like the show floor, it is just packed full of people, and there are just it's just basically it's a shit ton to see, and even the six of us being there. I mean, I know there's six of us, but even the six of us, we just haven't been able to cover everything. I mean, there's stuff I walk past and I'm like, fuck, I want to play, like a Katamari Forever. I just walked past it this afternoon and I'm like, oh crap, I totally forgot about this. I want to play this, but I don't have time to play this.
Well, we're now down to 5 because one of them got sick. Andy.
He said he'll be fine tomorrow, though. He said he'll be okay.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Alright, let's just end this so that we can go.
We're gonna get out of here. We hope you guys enjoyed. Keep on the lookout for things. I got the APB article up. Working on more Musa, and everybody else is working on other stuff as well. So we will be back tomorrow night for you guys. Talk to you later.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.